Yeah. So I've made about 20,000. And I can only see it, to be honest, going up because.
What's up, guys? It's Nico Moreno here, and we're hopping on a live video with one of my amazing clients, Ash. She's just been killing it. This is her first couple months since starting to work with me and launching her online offer. So let's dive into the full interview. We're going to give exactly what she's been doing, sharing all of her mindset shifts, just the changes that she's made, and really some exciting stuff. So stay tuned throughout the whole entire interview and hear from Ash. Ash, how are you?
I'm good, actually. I just finished with my my VIP call in my group, which has been awesome. And so she's like, yeah, I have a call with one of them. And so she closed a $1,500 client. So I was like,
Awesome.
yeah. So I was like, I'm so proud of you.
That's so cool. Well,
Yeah.
congratulations to her and to you for being part of that, being a catalyst for that.
Thank you.
And for
Yeah, I
her
was
and
so
for your
proud of her. I'm
people.
just like, this is awesome. I'm so happy of my people.
Yeah, well, that's super cool. So,
Yeah.
yeah, first off, huge congratulations. What does that feel like to know that you're helping people with what you already had inside of you?
I know, right? It feels great because, like, so one of the main things that over the years or whatever that I feel like I had been struggling with is somewhat of the just a little bit of the accountability where I wasn't putting things out because I don't know, unless somebody's actually in or doing my program, like I need to feel accountable to somebody, right? So
Mhm.
like the fact that I can be accountable to them and they're accountable to me, like in terms of like the 50-50 relationship that's happening with my clients, like I just love it because I know that like I'm showing up for them, but they're also showing up, right? Which is
Yeah,
it's just such a good feeling. Like I don't even I just love what I do.
that's so
Okay, I've created my program, it took me forever to put out, like, since that, like, before we
awesome.
started working together, I was like, I don't want to put it out, but I mean, it's friggin' awesome, obviously, but like, it took me a
Yeah.
while to like come to that moment where I was like, okay, I just gotta like launch this puppy, right? And
Mhm.
so when I did, um it just feels good to know, like, not just from like a financial perspective for my own business, but from a level of like getting to help people who are exactly like me, right? Like,
Right.
so I absolutely love that feeling. Like, it's actually a better feeling than like getting paid. Like, I don't know, like I'm like, yeah, like money's great and stuff and like it's awesome, but I love helping them and I just live for like that, that testimonial almost, like when they're like, hey,
Yeah.
guess what, Ash, like I just like crushed like, a $1,500 client, or I just like, made like my investment back in 3 days or whatever, right? So
And to hear you say that, that's sort of, I think we have a lot of mindset, just similarities. And I think that's kind of like
yeah,
why this
yeah,
is,
totally
why I
do.
just like love talking with you all the time. But like we have so
Cool.
many mindset similarities in common. And what
Yeah,
you just said about the real wins are like seeing your client testimonials and like seeing
yeah,
them post their wins. Like that's the real win.
yeah.
So
I mean,
that's so cool that you're able to
yeah, I know,
experience
and
that too.
I swear, like, it'll be, like, 3 months, and I'll, like, be working with somebody for 3 months or something, and then I'm just like, I can't wait to get their testimonial. Not that they've not been already sharing things with me, but it's
Mhm.
like, I purposely will set up things, like, every week or 2 to kind of ask them, like, "What are your wins? Like, how do you feel about the program? Like, how do you feel about my support?" Like, so I can
Mhm.
always be working to kind of, like, improve like their business, not just like their business though, but like personally. So that was something that
Yeah.
when I was younger, I would say younger in my business because I've been in
Mhm.
business a while now, but like younger in my business, I remember thinking like, oh, like I shouldn't be so personal, or I shouldn't, um give too much away, or I shouldn't do this, I should be like super professional all the time, like super like,
Mhm.
watch what I say. And I mean, I can't even describe how wrong that thinking is.
Yeah, it's like people gravitate towards you because of who
Yeah,
you are. And if you
yeah,
can't share that with them, then it's going to be a really hard. It's just like that's a lesson that I learned too. It's like, it's an
Yeah.
uphill battle. You're making it harder for yourself by not sharing who you are and sharing your gifts.
You gotta share your personality. That's
Yeah.
actually why, like, but for real, like, that's like why people buy from you. Like, they're like,
Yeah.
I like that girl, I like that dude, like, he knows his stuff, you know? So,
Hmm.
yeah, I don't
Yeah.
know. I like literally instill that into my clients all the time. I'm like, just show up as yourself. Like, nobody else, just be you.
I know, it's so true, especially in the world of like online coaching,
Yes.
or when you're doing a service-based business or
Yeah.
online, a course, a program. It's like, if you're a mortgage broker, like that's one thing. Like,
Yeah.
okay, stay within
Like,
the lines, like that's fine.
yeah.
But like, if you're a personal brand and you're sharing, you're creating your own content, and you're creating your own products and programs, it's like, be 100% you.
Yes.
And like,
Yes.
life gets fun, life gets more fun, life gets more easy. The money starts to flow, the people start to find you,
Yeah.
and your clients are just like so much more uplifted.
2020 has been a year of challenges and just like opportunity, I feel,
Hmm.
because especially with like businesses, I find like you could like look at it two ways, right? Like, so we had this whole thing happen with COVID, right? So COVID's
Hmm.
happened, everybody's lives have changed, not just lives, but like businesses have changed and everything, right? We can like
Hmm.
go on the other side and be like, oh, this sucks, like poor me, right? Or we can be like, cool, this is an excellent opportunity to change and to make progress in our businesses and like
Yep.
start changing the model of what, once worked, but now we need to adapt, right?
Yeah.
So I did that. I'm like, I'm pivoting, I'm moving and grooving, we're good.
Absolutely. No, and I think you said such an important point about kind of like what you choose to focus on. Because
Yeah.
yes, like of course it was was and still is, there's a lot of, people who are affected in a not so great way
Yeah,
by COVID. But
totally.
it's like, and we don't have to like deny that or ignore that, but it's like, okay,
Yeah.
well, how can we pivot to continue
Yeah.
helping other people and continue like growing our own businesses, right? And
Yeah.
some people have to pivot, like they don't have a choice, right? So
Yeah.
it's like, well, how can we help them do that in an easier way?
Yeah. And
So,
I love that because like everything behind I know with you and like with me, um is focused on like helping. You know what I mean? Like that's always been my message to people, whether like always on even my social media all the time. I'm like, like help people. Like, you know what I mean?
mhm.
And it's like if you don't want to help somebody figure out the solution to their problem, then I'm like, you really need to like realign your thought process or even just consider if this is the right thing that you should be doing. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? Like, because
Yeah.
like if you're not like at the end of the day, kind of like what I mentioned before, just about like the financial piece, like yes, the financials are good and stuff, but if you actually don't enjoy helping more than the financial piece, I don't know, man. Like it can get boring after a while, and you just get into a different. Like it just doesn't fuel you after a while, right? So it's like
Hmm.
I feel like the helping or just wanting to help people in business is just what always has fueled me. So I think that also helps from a mindset perspective too, right? Like, you
Yeah,
like
absolutely.
it just works. I don't know. Like I can't explain it, but I feel like you're on my same wavelength. I feel like we get each other. So
Totally. Yeah, no, I think when you come, and it's not even that hard of a shift to make. Like,
no,
you can have both. You can
yeah,
have money and you can help people. But it's like when
yeah,
you just start from the place, it can take like 5 minutes or 10 minutes. Like,
yeah.
just be grounded in the place of like wanting to help, and then say,
Yes.
cool, like I have these awesome skills or resources or
Yeah.
training to help people. So now how can I monetize that? Instead of like,
Yeah.
well, how can I make the money? And then like
Yeah.
leaving, it's like, it's such a simple shift, but some people, you can tell who has that going on in
Yeah.
like in the back of their mind and who doesn't.
Well, and I think that like we talked about this before, but just like the mentality of yeah, like just the money mentality or whatever, and just wanting the money rather than actually being like a genuine individual even at the
Mhm.
same time, like just being a genuine person. And I feel like especially when you put yourself out there too, like I know even with my clients when I'm working with them and I tell them like, just, they're like afraid or whatever to put themselves out there. And I'm like, why? Like, why? It's like at the end of the day, like you are who you are and you're doing an amazing job at what you're doing, but more people need to see that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, put yourself out there and like get at it, because like once people see your personality and like your flair and your excitement about things, that's like what they get excited about. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
exactly. Like people want to work with people. Real quick, can we talk about some of your results? Because
yes.
they're freaking insane.
Yeah.
Can you
So
share?
yeah, so my ticketing price generally is anywhere between like 3 to 6K for my program,
Mm-hmm.
with my coaching and my mentoring and guidance, plus tools, resources, etc. And I think I've made like somewhere around like 20K ish, somewhere around there. So
That's so
20K, I would say.
awesome.
Yeah. So I have like, and it's a consistent income, right? So it's like
Mm-hmm.
sign somebody up, it's 3K or 5K, or depending on what it is, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, but it's a consistent 3-month thing, right? So if I
Yeah.
sign up a client for, 3 months and they're going to pay me $5,000, like then I split that into 3 months and then I know that I have a consistent amount of income coming in.
Mm-hmm.
So, so that's been really crucial for my stress level, I would say. Just,
Yeah.
because I am,
It's
yeah, I do live on my own. Like I am a single mom. Like I do it all on my own. So it's like,
mhm.
yeah, it definitely has been like less stressful, I would say,
Yeah.
in terms of just, putting my effort into like certain things where I know um it's going to benefit, right? So yeah, and like anywhere from, so the one girl that I have in my program, so she's paid for her programming, right? Like she pays for the 3 months or whatever, but she also wants to work with me one-on-one. So then that's an
Mm-hmm.
additional 3K, right? Where I would have as a
Mm-hmm.
one-to-one with her. So
That's so awesome.
so I'm pretty excited about that because yeah, like people are just seeing the value of what I can provide. And since I've been in business for so long, it was just hard, I think, at the time before we started working together to just kind of like have that almost like that kick in the ass, right? Like to kind of like,
Mm-hmm.
what are you waiting for? Like just put your stuff out there. Like, because I am a
Yeah.
perfectionist. That's always been something I struggled with, right? Like I've always been
Mm-hmm.
like, oh my God, I have to, do everything and like whatever, right? But yeah, I just have so much knowledge that I want to share with people. And it's great because people see that, like
Mm-hmm.
once they actually get into my program, then they're like, oh man, like I want to work with this girl one-on-one, right? Like,
Yeah.
so that's been really, what do you call that? Like low hanging fruit or something? Like
Yeah.
you call that like
Low-hanging
low
fruit.
hanging fruit. It's like
Mhm.
there and I'm like grabbing it. So it's,
Yeah,
so
no,
it's,
it's
it's
so
really,
true. It's like the people who had like a little taste of working with you, those are the easiest ones
yeah,
to continue on the relationship.
yeah, I've been
You
loving it.
are, yeah, you are crushing it.
I'm
To put it
crushing.
lightly, you're crushing
Yeah.
it.
Thank you. I'm like, I usually get like pretty fired up about this sort of stuff because it excites me so much.
Mhm.
So
Well, it excites me too. Like we were talking about, like whenever I see a win from you in the group, I'm just like, Ashley did it again. And
yeah,
everyone
right.
else too. Like you're lifting the other people up in the program as well.
I
So,
love that. Yeah. And like, that just like makes my heart so happy because like, I mean, if people can like feel that boost of energy or they can feel like that, hey, Ash is doing it. Like, it's like,
mhm,
just because I'm doing it, it's like doesn't mean nobody else can do it. Like we all have this in us. Like
mhm.
I totally go back to the whole like, if you want to make 5K, you can make 5K. You want to make 10K, you can make 10K. But like
Yeah.
it is really much like a mind shift. And I mean, I know it's like it's kind of like something's taboo. And I know like people are like, okay, like it's so
No, really, it's like you start to realize it is literally just a decision or a series
yes,
of
it is.
decisions.
Yeah, it's like, and I think the other thing too that has been super important is just like actioning your ideas.
Mhm.
So for like especially a person like myself who is very creative and like likes to really think analytically and strategically about things, like I tend to have so many ideas, and it's like, well, which ideas are actually the ones that are going to help more people and yes, potentially gain some financial whatever for you, right? Like
Mhm.
it can be challenging, but I think the biggest thing that has been really great is just even knowing that when you have that idea, like actioning it, just like,
Yeah.
yes, like I read this book or I read this quote one time and it was like
Mhm.
literally, like, it was very similar to that. It was like, action, like if you will not have success, like that's like the difference between like really really successful entrepreneurs and people who are just kind of like sitting at that level, right? Like that
Mhm.
consistent bar, right, where it's like they're just not actioning their ideas. And so that's been really, that's been like my motto. Like I'm like, just action it. Action, action, action.
Yeah. And it's showing. It's absolutely showing.
Yeah, so it's been, yeah, it's been really good, and so I've just been putting all that energy out, and I think it's just been like the universe is just like, "Here you go."
Yep.
Like,
Exactly. Let's go. All right. Well, thanks so much, Ash. And I'll see you on the call in a little bit if you end up coming to
oh
that.
yeah,
But
that's right. Yes, I
yeah.
will be there. Yeah.
All right.
Okay, awesome. All right,
Cool.
bye, Nico.
All right. Bye, Ash. If you also want to become a successful online coach, online consultant, or service provider, and Ash's story inspired you and lifted you up, and you want to make it happen too, you're ready to make it happen and you're ready to take action, then click the link down below in the description and you'll be able to book a free consultation with either myself or an expert from my team. On this free call, what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at your current situation. We're going to see where you are right now. We're also going to take a look at your goals, and we're going to help you construct a step-by-step action plan to help you get from where you are right now to what your goals are. So whether you're looking to get to the 2 comma club, build a 7-figure business from home, or if you're just someone who's looking for more free time and to turn your expertise, your knowledge, and your skills into a real business, then this call is for you. So click the link down below. You'll be taken to a page. Now, when you visit this page, what you're gonna see is you're gonna see step 1 is to watch a short video training. Now, this is very important that you watch from start to finish. Now, once you've finished that short video training, you're gonna scroll to the bottom of the page. What you're gonna do there is you're gonna fill out an application thoroughly and honestly, and you're gonna submit that to us for our review. Now, if it looks like it's a great fit and it looks like we can help you get from where you are right now to what your goals truly are, then we'll walk you through that step by step on the free consultation call. Again, this is a 100% free call. So if you already have a skill that you want to learn how to monetize, or you're already making some money in your business, but you want to continue to scale, do this more professionally and do this more consistently. We have some clients doing 20, 30K, 40K, 50K or more per month just from the comfort of their own home. So click the link down below, take action, make it happen. We show you all these great results because we want to inspire more and more people to do that too. And obviously more and more people jump on the opportunity to book these free calls with either myself or an expert from my team. So I advise you to take action as soon as possible before we're full. So maybe talk to you very soon. This is Nico Moreno. Thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you on our next video.